Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. It's another great day in the neighborhood. Will you be my neighbor?
That's a Mr. Rogers reference.
It is a Mr. Rogers reference.
For anyone who's not raised in the US.
Yes, which is not many people these days.
No.
Or at least have some sort of fleeting reference to Mr. Rogers based on the amount of movies and documentaries that have been told about him. Who is legitimately considered to be one of the
best people
that ever lived.
There's still not a single...
Yeah. Like the worst story that you hear about Mr. Rogers is like, well, he had this one black guy that was gay. He was just like, you know what? You need to be careful. You may not want to be entirely open with your sexuality in the mid-70s. Quite honestly, that was not really bad advice.
No.
Based on those times, you know. It's, just overall, just one of those things you're kind of like, oh, there's going to be a horrible story about Mr. Rogers at some point. And you're like, nope,
never is.
It's like him and the guy that does the paintings.
Right, with the white afro.
Right. The happy trees.
Yes. I can't remember.
I can't remember his name either.
But
yeah, also just a great human being.
Yes.
Just all around wonderful person.
But you and I are now going to be the Mr. Rogers of the Swedish beer scene. Hello and welcome back to What's on Tap podcast.
And today we're going to drink happy little beers.
Happy little beers.
Just, you know, they could be a happy accident. They could be a mistake, but it doesn't matter because, you know what? They're just beers and that we're just here to enjoy them.
Yes.
No matter what they may be. So today's first beer is going to be the Wapnö Alna X.
Yes.
And I can only guess that it's called X because it stands for 10. This is a triple IPA coming in at
10%.
Exactly, 10% ABV.
It's just a happy Bob Ross.
Yes, Bob
painter.
Ross is his name.
So Wapnö is from outside of Halmstad.
Yeah.
And our Halmstad friends, they keep hyping up Wapnö.
Yeah.
Because they know the brewer.
Yeah.
And they love the brewer. And not all of the beers are that good.
Well, they've been hit or miss. I've had a couple of Wapnö hazy IPAs that have been really, really good.
Yeah.
And I've had some other stuff from them that has not been great. I will say, I think this is looking very interesting. This is a triple IPA. And the look and feel and color of it is unlike any triple IPA I've ever seen. In that it's not just a haze bomb. The color is very light. It's very kind of looking very effervescent.
Yep.
It doesn't, like, when just looking at this beer, I think more of a low-end double IPA.
Maybe, but it's like a triple West Coast IPA.
Maybe. When you smell it, though, you get a bit of the booziness on the nose, and you get a bit of tropical fruits through there.
Yeah, you kind of get what's coming to you. But my Halmstad friends, they gave me this tip. Buy this one. If you're on the fence about Wapnö, then just get this one.
All right.
Because they've had it, and apparently they really liked it.
I'm looking forward to it, because this is, like I said, it doesn't remind me of any AAA IPA I've had recently. And for me, that is a good omen, because it makes me feel like someone is trying to create a really good balanced beer.
Yeah, and the bottle is some kind of special bottle. It's completely black.
Oh yeah, I guess it's like an obsidian kind of black.
It's way darker than beer bottles usually are.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but you're right.
It's
it is a jet black bottle.
That's kind of neat.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's
try it.
All right. This is really good.
It's not bad at all.
It's really clean, very smooth, easy to drink. A little bit of alcoholiness in the nose, a little bit in the aftertaste.
Definitely.
But not so much that it kind of goes...
Exactly. And astute listeners will know that I don't particularly dislike a boozy note in my triple IPAs.
No. I think I have more of a problem than you do.
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand with the style. Mm-hmm. Because the triple IPAs that don't have a slight boozy note are quite mild and disappointing instead.
Yeah, but this one is, I'd say a little more booze forward on the nose. Mm-hmm. There's kind of that like tea-ish kind of finish to it.
It does have some tea.
Yeah. The fact this is 10% is kind of impressive, actually, because I would not have expected that. I would have expected kind of a boozy 8%. Because it drinks like a double IPA. It feels like a double IPA.
It does. I do agree with you.
In the thinness and the mouthfeel and the carbonation. I am quite impressed by this.
I like it. I'm curious what the hops are because the bottle doesn't say. And the internet doesn't say. Huh.
Well, while you're looking that up, a little Bob Ross fact for you. So Bob Ross, whenever he did an episode, he would do 3 paintings every time he did it. So he would do the display painting, he would do the in progress painting, and then he would do the photograph painting.
Okay.
So for every episode he did, and he did a lot of episodes.
You mean he made the paintings before the episode?
So we do one before, one during, and then one after.
Ah.
So he would do, for each episode, he would do the painting 3 times.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to buy a Bob Ross painting, these days, extremely difficult to do. There are literally tens of thousands of Bob Ross paintings sitting in a warehouse that just aren't available to the public because the estate of Bob Ross has they're interested in selling Bob Ross paraphernalia, paints, brushes, smocks, chia pets, whatever. They're not interested in selling the paintings because there's a rare commodity value on that. However, there are literally thousands of Bob Ross paintings in the free market. But the problem is people just don't realize they have them, because before he was Bob Ross PBS celebrity, he was Bob Ross flea market painter, and he was Bob Ross donating paints to local charities and auctions and stuff. So he gave away hundreds and hundreds of his paintings during his lifetime, or you'd really buy the next to nothing if you found him before he became a celebrity in the early 70s. But these days, his paintings are very hard to find and usually sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Also, he was ex-military, which is kind of surprising.
It's surprising when you think about it.
He's a former Marine.
Calm and soft.
Right, yeah. He's calm, everyone get along, aren't we all just happy? No make the accident kind of demeanor.
Yep.
Doesn't belie the, I think, former Marines training that he had.
No.
He was either Marines or Navy. I can't remember which one.
So that's the Bob Ross fact of the day. So what do we think about this happy little beer?
I am quite pleased with this happy little beer.
Me too. Somewhere around a 4 for me.
Yeah, I think somewhere around a 4 for me too. I think they've done a really good job with this. And so when we were having a beer before this, when we were trying the Adroit Theory beer.
Yep.
And do you see where I might give the Adroit Theory a 3.5 versus a 4 based off of this beer?
This particular beer, it's not that dissimilar to the Adroit Theory Death of the Civilization 3 that we had.
For me, Death of Civilization 3 was such a weird statement to make. Was just flat. It didn't aspire to be anything more than it was. I felt like it was a perfunctory beer. It didn't really do more than what you would expect from a base beer. Where I find this one, the carbonation is better. I find that the water quality is better. I think that the
aftertaste is was better at with the Adrat theory. But I consider the two beers quite similar because I'm giving them the same rating. The Adrat theory tasted exactly like every other Adrat theory double IPA.
I think that's my problem.
And I agreed with you on that.
I mean, if you were to line Adrat theory beers up together, they all taste virtually the exact same.
But if we were to blind taste a few Adrat theory double IPAs with this, I think we would be hard pressed to distinguish them. They are quite similar.
I would love to get a bunch of like really highly rated IPAs against some middle of the road rated IPAs.
That would be
and then
really
see
fun.
what like so let's like take Heady Topper versus like Triple Nipple from Brewski and see how those stick up against each other.
Yeah, but this is such a strange position for me to take now because now I'm defending Adrat theory versus Wapnö, but I think both beers are great.
Yeah,
it's a great beer. I'm really happy about it. If Wapnö keeps doing this, they will soon find themselves in the top of Swedish brewery fame.
Yeah, I think that they are a little hit or miss right now, but
exactly.
They're definitely moving towards more hits than misses.
Yeah, they should keep doing this and ignore the misses.
I mean, that's what every brewery should do.
But sure. they don't follow my advice.
Oh, what's wrong with them?
Exactly.
All right. So the next beer we have is Intergalactic Tropical Milkshake
from Prophecy Brewing, collaborated with Giant Brothers.
Right, and this is Citra Eldorado Mosaic Extra Lactose, Extra Fruit, Quadruple Dry Hop, Intergalactic Tropical Milkshake, DIPA, 7.5%. And I will say I am Prophecy Brewing by Brygghus Niton.
Yes, 19.
19, yes. Thank you for translating my Swedish for me.
I'm always here to help.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I like the monkey. Is this a thing with them, or is this like
no? I think it's just for this one.
It's a shame because I would literally like to see like a theme where the monkey is in like all of the can art. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, here's an astronaut of some kind.
Yes.
And it's a UFO that's beaming down the name of.
It's very much in the 1940s, 1950s sci-fi Plan 9 from outer space kind of graphics here.
Woods.
Yeah, Ed Wood.
Yeah, right. So exactly as you say, by Brygghus 19, but they're quite open with the fact that Prophecy Brewing is their attempt at experimental, fun, crazy, weird stuff, preferably collaborated. We've talked about this before, but there are some Swedish breweries like Pang Pang that got a name for being overpriced and low quality. So they made a separate brand. ZZZ Snark. Snark.
Yeah. So basically,
which is snore.
Yeah. So it's like zzz. And when you try the beers, you're kind of like kind of a snore.
But they made a new brand in secret, trying to hide the fact that it was the same brewery in order to sell more beers. Yada yada. This is not the case.
And they also did little 25-cylinder cans, which are kind of cute.
But I like those.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
It's something we used to say about Wonder Beyond.
Yeah.
Is they had those little 25-cylinder cans for their really high ABV stouts, which I absolutely loved. I think I would have bought more of those, but they've abandoned that concept now.
Yeah, I love 25-centiliter cans.
I do.
But in this case, I love the fact that Brygghus 19 are open about the fact that this is a new side brand.
It's their side hustle.
Yes, their side hustle. It doesn't smell that much.
I get like this. So this has extra lactose, and I feel like this extra lactose. Sometimes when I smell these kind of milkshake IPAs or lactose heavy IPAs, I get this kind of like dry vanilla powder.
Yeah.
Kind of smell to it, and that's what I'm getting off this. It's kind of like stone fruits and Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Artificial vanilla flavor.
It looks kind of like multivitamin juice.
This is definitely the pineapple, orange, passion, guava, whatever, fruit juice you get from the corner market in the morning look.
Exactly. Let's try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's quite unbalanced.
Yeah, there are a lot of flavors that go all over the place. There's some kind of bi-flavor.
For all of these hops, Citra, Eldorado, Mosaic, extra fruit, quadruple dry hopped, I'm just thinking so much hops. And what I get is
sweet and unbalanced
with a weird tea-esque flavor, like iced tea kind of.
Tea and artificial vanilla.
Yeah. The mouthfeel, the carbonation's way off on this.
Way too little carbonation.
Yeah. It needs to be much more carbonated. Yeah. It should be more fun and playful, but this is just, as they say, a DOA. Dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Because when you drink it, you're just like,
no thanks.
There's nothing going on here. There's nothing rewarding. I don't get the stone fruits. I don't get, or I get extra fruit, as whatever this fruits may be. I'm assuming stone fruit.
I do get extra lactose, but not in a good way.
Yeah. This is a real hard beer, man.
And I love Giant Brothers, and I don't dislike Bryggus 19, but this is a difficult beer.
Yeah, I am just gonna come out and give it a 2.
Yeah. 2.5, somewhere there.
Yeah. 2.5 is being a little generous.
Yeah, 2.25.
2.25, yeah, I could kind of go there. It's just so lacking for all of the potential within this can. And I think that there is a lot of potential here.
Yeah.
It's just not coming through in this beer. No. It's really hurting.
The aftertaste is quite unpleasant, and I think I'm going to go back to the Alna X to rinse out my mouth.
Yeah, I am too.
With some
this
triple
is
IPA.
much better. Yeah, you don't say that very often. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna cleanse my palate with a 10% triple IPA.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this up. You can find us online at what'sontappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, and carrier pigeon, of course.
Skywriting after jet planes.
Yes, we're. I'll save for the next episode. But until next time,
keep drinking, you dum-dums.